all the French people that I know hate Americans.
We want you to get out of our land. And we are using... We go home! Yankees! Go home! Yankees! Go home!
Have you ever wondered which countries may not roll out the welcome mat for American tourists? From historical tensions to political disputes, various factors can shape the reception of U.S. travelers around the globe. Today, we're diving into the top 10 countries where Americans might find themselves feeling less than welcome. But before we uncover the reasons behind these sentiments, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more intriguing insights. Share your thoughts on these destinations in the comments below. Number 10. Russia. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has significantly strained diplomatic relations between Russia and the U.S., creating a tense atmosphere for American tourists visiting the country.
She had just gone to Russia to visit family that she missed, her parents, a little sister, an elderly grandparent, when she was arrested.
Amidst heightened tensions, some Russians, particularly those who support the war effort, may view American visitors with suspicion or even hostility. A notable incident occurred in August 2023, when an American basketball player was detained in Russia on drug-related charges. This sparked a diplomatic standoff between the U.S. and Russia, further exacerbating the already strained relations between the two nations. Number 9. Turkey. There is widespread disapproval among Turks towards the foreign policies of the United States, particularly in the aftermath of significant events such as the 2016 coup attempt. U.S.-Turkey relations have been strained over various geopolitical issues, including U.S. support for Kurdish groups and the U.S. decision to impose sanctions on Turkey for its purchase of Russian S-400 missile defense systems. In February 2024, protests erupted outside the U.S. Embassy in Ankara after a U.S. senator criticized Turkish actions in Syria. Number 8. Tunisia. While Tunisia may not openly exhibit adversarial behavior towards the U.S., the relationship soured after the release of an anti-Islamic film in 2012, which triggered widespread protests in the country. Political differences and cultural sensitivities have fueled a general disdain for American tourists among some segments of the Tunisian population. Number 7. Lebanon. Lebanese citizens hold negative views of U.S. involvement in the Middle East. The complex situation in Lebanon, including the presence of the Hezbollah organization and ongoing U.S. involvement in the region, creates a tense environment for American tourists. While Hezbollah does not directly target tourists, some may feel uncomfortable due to the group's political and military activities. In July 2023, a U.S. travel advisory warned of heightened tensions in southern Lebanon due to Israeli airstrikes targeting Hezbollah positions. Number 6. Iraq. The legacy of the 2003 U.S. invasion and ongoing regional complexities continue to influence Iraqi perceptions of Americans. While some Iraqis welcome tourism, others may harbor suspicion or resentment. In January 2024, a rocket attack targeting a U.S. military base in Iraq raised concerns about safety for American citizens in the country. Number 5. Jordan. Jordan shares anti-American sentiments with other Middle Eastern countries, largely stemming from U.S. military interventions in the region over the past decade, such as the Iraq War. While Jordan remains a relatively stable country, some Jordanians may express frustration with U.S. foreign policy. In October 2023, student protests erupted at several Jordanian universities, condemning U.S. support for Israel during the latest Gaza conflict. Number 4. Egypt. While Egypt remains a popular tourist destination, particularly for cruises on the Nile and visits to ancient pyramids, some Egyptians may harbor negative views towards Americans due to past political disagreements and regional issues. In the past decade, Egyptian sentiments towards the U.S. have soured following political upheavals and aid reductions. This anti-American sentiment, fueled by a variety of factors, including historical grievances and geopolitical tensions, has prompted travel warnings issued by the U.S. against Egypt. Number 3. North Korea. Historically, North Korea and the United States have maintained tense and hostile relations, with no formal diplomatic ties. In 2021, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un labeled the United States the biggest enemy of his nation, reflecting the deeply ingrained animosity towards Americans. North Korea remains a hostile nation towards the U.S., with tensions high due to their nuclear program and ongoing missile tests. Travel for Americans is strongly discouraged by the U.S. government due to the high risk of arrest and detention. Number 2. Yemen. Yemen, situated on the Arabian Peninsula, has been embroiled in civil conflict leading to civilian suffering. U.S. involvement in the conflict, perceived by some as complicity in the war, has fueled negative perceptions towards American tourists. The humanitarian crisis and ongoing violence have created a challenging and unwelcoming environment for travelers from the U.S. The U.S. decision to provide military support to the Saudi-led coalition in Yemen has led to criticism and condemnation from human rights organizations and has contributed to a less than welcoming atmosphere for American tourists. Number 1. Iran. A 2019 survey by Iran revealed highly unfavorable views of the United States among Iranians, with only 13% holding a favorable opinion. Strained relations between Iran and the U.S., including the assassination of a top Iranian general by the U.S. in 2020, contribute to a high-risk environment for American tourists. In 2022, the U.S. government issued a travel advisory warning of the risk of arrest and detention of American citizens in Iran, particularly those with dual citizenship. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.